but he's making enough of them to finally pull back, to push the Vikings back. The Vikings are going to go down for the count, looks like. He could kill this one last brutal right here, but he doesn't like pay attention to that. So, anyway, we see a lot more Vikings here, about 12 more Vikings, maybe 10. He drops him down to try to take on the Queen. It looks like this is going to be a close battle. I'm going to say, oh, the Queen goes down? Oh, that was a little silly. Little things like that. And the Broodlord takes the kill. So, to rehash that, Zerg comes in and bites off a huge chunk of Terran's base. Terran retaliates with the Vikings. And, yeah, nice. That was good. These roaches are moving in here. It looks like Zerg has found this expansion. Roaches are going to take this out pretty quickly. Sorry, Terran, this base is now dead. So that's about it for that. And then more Vikings are coming in. Vikings are going to win this game, I'm sure of it. It's actually, yes, no. Wow, that's a lot of money. Come on, guy, 5,000. That is something you do not want to do, right? Because if you have 5,000 minerals, I mean, that's money in the bank is not helping you. It's just sitting there, and you probably can't produce things fast enough. That's the problem with this. You let his money float too much. I give this victory to the fact that he over here, he was attacking this base and he completely neglected to keep his heir. Vikings came out, pushed the stuff away, and the attack failed. And that could have been the game ender right there in favor of Zerg, but it wasn't. And now we have Vikings chilling out in this base, riddling it with bullets, painting their names in Zerg structure with bullets. So I'm going to take a drink of water. So, interesting battle so far. This is very back and forth. A lot of stuff going on at the same time. He lifted his command center to avoid getting hit by the roaches. Roaches can only hit ground. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of back and forth. This is a pretty exciting battle. But who knows what's going to happen at the end, though. I don't know who wins this, to be honest. I don't know who's going to win this one. I'm going to say it's Terran. I don't know why. I think I'm going to say Terran because of these Vikings. And he's got some spore colonies here, but he's going to deploy them. Viking. Maybe not. He's going to run away. Nope, he's going to attack the Overlord. Now he's going to run away. Killed an Overlord. And yeah. So, a lot of flexibility to these Vikings. Man, excuse me. A lot of flexibility. He has all these roaches, but they're kind of worthless right now because he can't really get them to attack the air. And we're going to see, we got more Vikings up here. Checking to see if Zerg took the expansion. He knows he hasn't. Zerg has maintained this expansion on this high yield, though. The high yield here is basically dry. Terran moves in. What we got? He's got 1,200. Oh, money's right here, of course. Yeah. So, got a drop on this expansion for Zerg. Tears up the poor workers. They're running away. Got another layer going down. Roach is going to come, but those Vikings are just going to jump up. Going to jump up right when, roaches come. Excellent flexibility with the Vikings is what it comes down to. A little spore colony damage, lost a Viking, but the damage was done. He comes in here, slaughters half the workers, prevents his opponent from mining. Not that he needs to right now, because he has almost $6,000. I mean, just start throwing hatcheries down, dude. I mean, you gotta spend that money, because I don't like to lose when I have money, right? If I lose, I want to be $0. I want to make sure I've exhausted all possible resources. All my energy units are dry. All my units are dead. They better have died at least twice. And I don't want any money in my bank because I'm thinking, man, I could have done something else, right? So that's how I like to lose. So that's how I like to lose. Got one infestor here. He's chillaxing, not doing anything. He's got his little Zerg cronies there, Zergling cronies. Another move in by the Vikings. Again, this flexibility is really what's winning this for these Vikings. This Terran player, he moves around, and he says, where am I going to attack today? And he drops down. And Zerg is trying to chase, again, he's chasing these roaches. He's trying to chase this guy around this map. He's never going to win this because these Vikings are so much more mobile. The roaches come in, he says, I don't like this, I'm going to fly away. And that's what he keeps doing. And he's going to keep doing that. He's going to keep winning. So, yeah. The poor Overlord's getting slaughtered, too. Definitely in Terran's grasp. This is neat. Very good Viking control. These spy pillars are still chillaxing out there, which is kind of funny. And right now he's going with these Vikings. He's just sniping stuff. He sees a weak link. He's gonna do this again now. He's gonna go right here. He's gonna drop right into these workers. He's gonna take them out. But the roaches are a little quicker this time. The guy did something a little smarter. He split his roaches up this time, or he had made some at this point. This puts a little more resistance up for Terran, but it won't be enough, I don't think. It's going to be able to kill these roaches. These Vikings are, but it was pretty close. Yeah, only 2 Vikings left. So the workers escaped, though. Now Zerg seems to be getting back in his game a little bit. He says, come on, guys, split these roaches up. You need to split them up a little bit. He's getting Hydralisks. Thank you for Hydralisks. The snaky things are here. They can hit air the DPS is really good. So it's like, yeah, that's important. So he's going to replenish this worker, and he's going to be back in the game, it looks like, maybe. Let's check out their money. Yeah, 1,000 for Terran, 65 freaking hundred. That's not 6,500. That's 65 freaking hundred, alright? You gotta spend your money. So, yeah, this is interesting. It started out here, and he's kind of migrating around this map. Terran has, like, little things just everywhere on the map. There's just so much red on the map to deal with, and there's not very many. He's got 2 bases for Zerg. His expansion is dry. His main base is dry, which is where his lair is. And I'm going to surprise. He's made another lair here. It's like, what, the 5th lair's gone up this round? That's crazy. But he's got 2 layers now, because he doesn't want to, if this comes over here and gets killed, he's like, screw it. So it's going to die. And he's going to make sure he has this layer still. And he's still got 2 Vikings. He's got some Vikings up here to make sure that Zerg does not take this expansion. So Terran is in kind of control of this right now, but the match is not over. We still got about 15 to 20 minutes this match. It's going to be kind of interesting. We'll see what happens. Yeah. It's just the kind of times which I would have those Zerglings, because it's kind of like, everything's kind of weird right now, because you can't really tell what your opponent's going to do. It's just like it's not like a big battle, it's just you're trying to find weak points for your opponent and hit them, right? So, on these times, I have those Zerglings that run into the map, and I find things like this that are out in the open, and you just kill it, So, but he's not doing that right now, unfortunately. So, that was funny. He had a Infestor possess one of the SCVs, but he couldn't get out in time. Poor Infestor died. So we got some Hydralisks now. Hydralisks are an infinitely better option against Vikings than Roaches, because they can hit air. But on the ground, Roaches might make a better option because they can tank more. But Hydralisks are good. They have a range of 5 right now, but he needs to get the Groove Spine a range of 6. Once he's a range of 6, he can do 6 all up on his face. And he can, and the Spines, of course, and that's a good range. And the Vikings in the range of ground are, that's air-to-air range. What we got here? We got some Vikings on the ground somewhere? No, we don't. I think they're about 5 or 6. I forget which. I think it's 6. So anyway, the DPS of a Hydralisk is really good. So yeah. We're going to see this guy attack this Zerg expansion again. This is a thing, but the problem with this is he move it in, take some hits from and here he comes in. This is a fatal move, I bet. He moves in and goes down. The Roaches and Hydras are kind of like all on top of him, and he has them just attacking whatever. So they're attacking the Roaches, not doing a lot of damage, and there goes all the Vikings. So the reign of terror has ended for Zerg. Zerg finally says yes. Those jerk Terrans are probably out of my hair, but he's got a problem in his hands. He's running out of minerals, but he has, at the same time, he's got 7,500. What the crap, guy? So, he's got a lot of money. That's the point. Terran has a couple expansions. He's got one here, he's making another one here, and he has this one here still. This one's almost dry, and of course this main base is dry, where his little supply depot stash of whatever is sitting there. It looks like he might be making this command center, maybe going to fly over here. Who knows for sure? I don't know. Making more Vikings, he likes the Vikings. Flexibility is going to help him a lot. Zerg is moving around. See how he moves all his guys? I would not be moving all my guys. I take that back. He's moving with an expansion. Here he goes. He's going to go throw down a hatchery. He's going to look for Terran up here. He's not going to find anything. So anyway, another thing I would say is this position of these spore crawlers are a little wiggity right now. I would kind of move them out to about right here and maybe here. Just kind of keep them in a circle around this, so these overlords are more protected. Because right now, Vikings come in here and just snipe him and move away, right? It's just more tricky if the defense is out a little farther and it starts hitting them, out in here versus it being right here. It only hit anyway. So position here is a little off, but this is a battle. That was a nitpick. Not trying to diss the player, but those are little things you can think about to help improve your defense. Vikings moving in on Zerg, Zerg moving in on Terran. Everything's moving on everything. This base is going to go down for the count, I'm sure of it. This base is undefended, basically. Nothing's going to stop it here. And this base is also going to go down.